What's up, world? Semet Fitness today. This video is for my calisthenic athletes, bodyweight training. We're talking about developing elite straight arm strength. Straight arm strength, I see it very often where people want to jump into the back levers, people want to jump into ring flies, iron crosses a little too early. And truth be told, even though it's a bent arm movement, planche push-ups and the one-arm chin-ups. So let's talk about why the straight arm strength aspect in your journey is going to be critical. Very seldom do people actually train in shoulder extension, which would be with your arms behind you. When you train in shoulder extension and when you train in the straight arm aspect for all your pulling and pushing movements, you're going to come to find that there is this insane burn that's coming across the medial and lateral epicondyle. So essentially the elbow region, in which people will tend to get golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, tendonitis pretty much. For us calisthenic athletes, that'll come from favoring too much of an exercise, such as maybe too much pull-ups, favoring too much pushing. So you always have to balance certain things out. I want to talk about the first movement that all calisthenic athletes essentially explore when it comes to the realm of straight arm strength, and it's going to be skin the cat, a German hang, or a tucked back lever. When we approach this realm of training, the biceps brachialis, the bicep brachioradialis, all these extra muscles, all these muscles that essentially keep you safe and alive before you tear your whole entire arm up in the straight arm strength endeavors, are going to need to be strengthened up. They're going to need to be prehabbed if you've been injured. They're going to have to essentially be well taken care of. The problem is that when you're on in a race for all these straight arm strength feats, you will go nowhere very, very fast and you will suffer injuries. So the exercises that I'm going to show you are nice preparatory workouts that you can do, essentially to prepare you in the long run of other exercises. What I do want to note is that if you are doing a full back lever or straddle back lever, even the single leg tuck, that's great, that's all fine and dandy. But one of the most important things that you want to pay attention to is your grip. Are you doing your levers in a pronated grip or in a supinated grip? Once you go supinated, that's when you really get your big bang for your buck when it comes to the conditioning of your elbow joint, when it comes to the conditioning of your biceps, and again, training more into that shoulder extension. That's going to be one of the secret swag sauces in your calisthenic endeavors and training safe. One last tip: you know you're getting very, very good with your straight arm strength, and that the conditioning is doing its magic when you no longer feel kind of that tearing sensation. It's like your joints are gonna fly off of you. And people who do actual kettlebell swings, I've heard this a lot too, is like when you swing a really heavy kettlebell, you feel like your joints are gonna just fly off your shoulders and your arms. Well, that's essentially your body and your joints getting durable to the exercise in and of itself. But it's also a sign of telling you on why you should take it slow, because your body is literally telling you, hey man, I'm adapting to this. Don't kill me so fast. Don't throw me into the fire. So for that rant being over, let's show you the exercises. So the first exercise that I like to utilize is a ring plank with straight arms. Very simple. And then second, you can go to what I'm doing right here, which is a much more dynamic and beneficial exercise, especially for the stabilizers, is just ring circles, both in and out. Make sure that you maintain a nice hollow position, so a rounded upper spine, just a little bit of a curvature there, and tucked glutes. Make sure that pelvic is engaged and not just hanging loose. Now, I make the exercise a little bit more difficult here just with the elevation of the feet. I highly recommend you go higher. This rock is just what I had for the video here and kind of just shows a little bit of resourcefulness. And again, straight arm strength is something not to be messed with. When it comes to the advanced movements, I really think people just jump into back levers really, really quickly. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you know your dosage, because that's usually where the benefits lie. That last movement you saw me do is just something I just call like a ring in and out. You literally just turn the rings in and out. when you go into the rings turned out position, that's when you really get the biceps and the elbow joint to work for further straight arm strength exercises that become a lot more difficult. You heard me earlier talk about that burning, tearing effect that you feel when you go into exercises like the back lever, especially when you do them in a supinated grip, which you should be. This one here is essentially an ab wheel rollout with kind of just a circular motion. Really, again, what we're doing is just conditioning the joints in a safe manner in exercises that we aren't gonna lose our lives, so to speak. So I hope you enjoyed these basics. Thanks.